name's Alex Witkin and I drive 2 Bug-Eye WRXs. Come on, let me show you the red car back here. This is my 2002 Subaru WRX show car. It's been completely done from top to bottom. You can see the motor's been completely built. The engine bay's been tubbed, shaved, and tucked. Fenders are 20mm wider charge speed units. The exterior is Ferrari Rosso Corsa, so standard Ferrari racing red. Inside the car, you'll notice carbon fiber panels. Obviously another big thing, the car's been swapped to right-hand drive. Inside the car, there's a ton of custom metal fab. It's technically, I think, a 10-point cage. We had it wrapped in Alcantara. The transmission's a PPG 5-speed billet dog box, straight cut gears. If you come around the back here, you'll see a modified nitrous bottle. Now this is actually used to power the onboard air jack system. The car, as far as we know, it is the only car in the world that runs a fully enclosed system, meaning that there's no external bottle. It runs compressed nitrogen off of the bottle that's in the car to lift the car up, to make for easy wheel changes and things of that nature. So it's got 2 fuel systems in it. It runs an aftermarket ATL fuel cell mounted underneath the bumper, which you fill with this dual dry brake system. But the idea being you flip a switch and it cycles from one tank to the other, allowing you to get more power on the fly without having to sort of stop and change boost levels and things of that nature. You can see in the driver compartment we've got a bunch of things that are very driver centric. So stack cluster to make sure you know what's going on. And you can see the access port version 3 sitting on the seat there. We're really planning to dig into that, get the car tuned up, running really perfect with that in the next couple of days. I've been campaigning this car as a show car for 10 years now. Over the years, the car evolved slowly until the latest iteration here behind me. It's been very successful. So in its debut, we debuted at WeekFest, New Jersey in 2013. We took Best of Show there on the first outing. Followed that up at Tuner Evolution the same year, actually the weekend after, and took Best in Show again. After that, we went to Import Expo and took Best of Show. The following year, came back to the same shows, took Best of Show again at all of them, and I was approached by the organizers of the shows. They didn't want to let me compete anymore because it sort of wasn't fair to the other competitors, or something along those lines. They didn't want to have the same car win Best of Show multiple years in a row. They thought it was maybe a turnoff for other competitors, things like that. So, but you know, it is what it is, and I kind of always encourage people to step their game up to the next level and build the next coolest thing. And unfortunately, I'm not allowed to compete for high-level awards at some of the shows anymore. I'm not sure if that goes away after a couple of years, but we'll see.
My name is Jermaine Riddick. Turbo Excess, we are a Subaru kind of centric company. We are Subaru guys. So we wanted to be affordable, but give you great performance for the money that you spend with us. And I think we do a great job of making affordable performance part for Subaru. We met Alex when he was young and he started to build his first WRX, which went from a street car to a mild street car, then to a race car, then show car. His show car has gone so far, he would like to have something that's drivable and doesn't have to worry about.
This particular car I bought last summer, so I've had it for about a year. I consider this one mostly stock. It just has sort of mild mods. It's on Fortune Auto coilovers. It has Volk ZE40 wheels on it, and a couple of Subaru OEM aero mods, the side spats, the rear spats, the 07 STI rear diffuser, and a ProDrive front lip, JDM multi-coat fogs, ARC front mount, Cobb Tuning with the access port V3, and that's about it. Oh, and the Cobb shift knob, yeah, my white Cobb knob. Turbo XS is going to be helping me out with an upgraded turbo. We're probably going to keep it something sort of streetable daily driver level, so maybe a nice 16G, maybe 18G, we'll see. I think the goal would be, you know, 280, 300 wheel horsepower, again, something pretty streetable.
This car was a street car he wanted to build in homage to his old show car. Turned out pretty well, I think. And my sense of a street car is that something you can drive every day, but you can beat on it at will and it'll survive it. So when you go to tune a car like that, you don't basically put it all the way at the limit. You basically give yourself some wiggle room between good horsepower and very reliable. And that's basically what we went for in building a street car. That's what you should do for a street car anyway. Cobb's the only engine management system that I tune. I think it's by far the best thing on the market for Subarus. I don't tune open source, I don't tune standalone ECUs because the Cobb access port can do all those things that a standalone can do, and it still allows you to pass emissions, which most of us still need to have done on their cars yearly or biannually. So here's the actual user interface for the customer. The customer has this OBD cable that plugs into it, and this is what stores all your maps. So now you see it connecting to the access port manager, where you can load on any of your maps or use one of the stage 1 through I think 4 maps they have for the O2 plus bug eye.
I think there's a dream car for everybody, whether it's 10 grand or 100 grand, whatever it is, from a little Datsun Roadster to a 911 Turbo or Ferrari, it doesn't matter what your dream car is. It's special for everybody and it's different for everybody. So the red bug eye at this point is well into the 6 figures, probably north of $250,000 invested. A lot of the stuff, even if you had the money, you couldn't necessarily replicate it, which is part of why I'm so careful with it. But yeah, it's a little silly. You could certainly probably buy a house in most markets for what I've invested in it. I used it as a show car and as a marketing vehicle, and at this point I'm kind of done. I did what I needed to do. It was in 6 magazines internationally and won countless shows. So at this point I'm kind of ready to drive the car. It was always built to drive and everything was always functional, but it was a matter of, there was a ton invested in it and it was being used for marketing. So it was kind of had to be kept nice and clean. But now I'm ready to drive it and kind of really show it off to people and show people that it does drive. It drives actually pretty well when it's tuned up. Yeah, I mean, I think a build like that, I don't want to say is once in a lifetime, but it's certainly circumstances. It made sense, and it was a slow evolution over time. It wasn't just kind of we went from A to Z in a couple of years. It was literally a slow evolution and money invested over time. But no, I don't think you can ever, if you have a real passion for cars, I don't think there's ever any getting out. It's going to manifest in one way or another. I have a son who's 2, and he's kind of carrying it on already. He loves trucks and Hot Wheels, and he's always got them in his hand and yells truck and car and stuff like that. So it's fun for me to kind of watch it get past the next generation. I'm excited for him to like grow up and see what he likes and what cars are going to be out that he's lusting after. And kind of watch the cycle go, but yeah, it's something that stays with you forever, I think.